I can't believe it. My cover's been blown. Looking back now, I shouldn't be surprised. Liberal media had already flagged me years ago for my audacity in thinking that religious values should play a role in politics, and for my supposed involvement in Stephen Harper's rise to power, even though Harper and I never met, not once. Back then, it was the Globe and Mail, Canada's most politically correct paper, that initially called me out. It insinuated that I inappropriately used my status as a clergyman to, of all things, tell people to vote according to their consciences. That meddling in politics by a declared minister earned me the title, quote, the leader of the Christian Taliban, end quote, by several liberal attack dogs. Keith Bogue of CBC's The National, a nice enough fellow, conducted a 15-minute interview that aired on the CBC to examine my, quote, hidden agenda, end quote, the protection of marriage of all things. The same day the interview aired, the Globe Mail ran a front-page story called, quote, spreading the gospel of political evangelism, and the rest was media history. I was now one of the single greatest threats to human rights in Canada and a big backroom wheeler and dealer, according to the spinmeisters at Wikipedia. But never, in my wildest dreams, did I think my nefarious political machinations for world domination would be discovered, and by, of all people, a kid of 10 years of age at the August 3rd Al-Quds Day rally behind Queen's Park in Toronto.
Zionism, on the other hand, preaches corruption and oppression and tyranny and bloodshed around the world. All the insurgencies you see in Syria, they're blaming it on us. These Zionist thugs you see over there, they are the representation of all these problems and fitnas in the world. They are behind the insurgencies.
Now the Canadian media will have a field day. That's me and my Zionist entity-loving buddies at the counter-protests. Yes, we're the muscle behind the insurgency in Syria, Egypt, parts of Sudan, and eventually, secret be told, Saudi Arabia and Pakistan. We're gonna take them down, burqas and all, with "She's got legs." The media should run with this headline. ZZ Top lookalike, head of Syrian insurgency branch in Canada. Of course, the real story should be those Khomeini fanatics are twisted child abusers. Just take a look at all the children at their protest. How else do you explain the hatred and irrational propaganda spewing out of a 10-year-old child other than child abuse? Listen to this quote again.
Israel is falsehood. They are tyranny. They are corruption. They're cancerous and they're terrorizing all the Palestinians. Israel is an illegal, terrorizing racist group which works for the destruction of humanity and peace in the world.
Naturally, Canada's media, so quick to damn me as a bigot with oppressive religious agenda, will say nothing about this Al-Quds protest, not a keystroke on their keyboard to expose the distorted teachings of imams that foment hatred against Jews, Americans, and all things Western. Not a word about the intolerant and illiberal attitudes of these individuals and the incitement to violence by Muslim religious leaders. No, not at all. That's just civic involvement 101. Did I mention my cover's been blown? I'm Tristan Emanuel. I make no apologies.